Well, seeing that we're still in April, I figure it's the perfect time we spotlight the Bunnyman. No, not him. This guy. The Bunnyman is an urban legend some of you may have heard of. The myth has many variations, with most involving an in-skate inmate who stalks around the Colchester overpass near Clifton, Virginia, which is now commonly referred to as the Bunnyman Bridge. In some accounts, the Bunnyman's ghost, or aging specter, is said to appear each year on Halloween to commemorate his passing, resulting in the mutilation of his victims. But aside from all the tales and sightings, one thing remains clear. You don't fuck with the Bunnyman! Now, you may be wondering, does today's film have anything to do with that? Well, it is loosely based on a myth, but aside from the killer dressed in a bunny suit, not really. Bunnyman is a 2011 horror film written, directed, and produced by Carl Lindbergh, and it spawned two sequels, The Bunnyman Massacre in 2014 and The Bunnyman Vengeance in 2017. But you know, after watching this twice, I have to wonder why. Imagine the Texas Chainsaw Massacre if Leatherface became a furry and learned to drive. The film opens to some 8mm footage of a captive woman attempting to escape the set of August Underground until she's eventually captured and stabbed to death. Great. 2 minutes and 54 seconds in and we already have a snuff film. We then cut to one of Bunnyman's victims, hiding in a refrigerator, Indiana Jones style. But she clearly doesn't realize how lucky she is. Just look at what happened to that refrigerator's original owners. After making a run for it, we get our first glimpse at the killer, prompting her to stow away in the back of this truck. We then meet the group of friends who come across our killer. He acts out his favorite scene from Duel, then proceeds to terrorize the group.
I don't know, clearly we pissed him off!
I think we should send a girl.
Excuse me? Oh, baby, I'll be fine.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Boyfriend of the year, folks! Rachel is sent over to apologize to the crazed driver, then proceeds to make some questionable choices. Well, what the hell did you think was gonna happen?
No, wait, get back in.
He eventually lets them leave, as he's got a date for our victim here. And if you thought that was good, check this out.
Then we'll dunk you slow.
Once that's done, he honeydicks the group, causing them to crash. This prompts Jack here to go and make repairs. But the Bunnyman's not having that shit. Thanks to the Bunnyman's little love tap, this effectively kills Jack, causing the remaining 5 to head out on foot, eventually coming across a makeshift graveyard with inverted crosses and bags of bones hanging from trees.
John?
That's not that bad. They've clearly taken a note from Caesar's Legion. They come across a friendly neighborhood hillbilly and proceed to ask him for help.
I don't know if you know this. There's bags of bones down the way a little.
You know whose bones they are?
No?
Then don't worry about it.
Well, he seems on the up and up.
$40 to make a 30-second phone call.
You lying to me, boy? There ain't nobody call nobody for 30 seconds. Hell, you can't even dial that fast.
But when he tries to make a pass at Tiffany, this causes her boyfriend to get froggy,
Fuck you, man.
resulting in this film's version of Chop Top to pull out his boomstick and send them on their way. Next we meet Jacob and Melissa, who are having a casual night of disposing of bodies. But then the quintet appear.
Who the fuck are they? They're gonna want to ride.
She sees an opportunity and points them to a cabin deeper in the forest, which they decide to look for after sleeping underneath one of the cast members from Attack of the Killer Trees. That's right, folks. Get a good look at him. This is what we're supposed to be afraid of. He even uses a chainsaw because why the hell not? A drawing dog turd in a neighbor's yard has more originality than this. They finally make it to the cabin, but soon come to realize it belongs to the Bunnyman. And is that a bunny Jesus? They manage to disarm our furry Leatherface, causing him to realize he's completely useless without his weapon, and he gives up. Joe goes off to search the Bunnyman's truck for something useful. That is, until Bugs Bunny's rapey uncle reappears. Joe manages to get away and even tries to hide, but the Bunnyman's not too far behind. Here's Bunny. Tiffany climbs a tree, but the Bunnyman does something here that's unexpected. Instead of killing her here outright, he instead takes her to his red room. He dismembers her after teasing us with his arsenal of weapons, then proceeds to cook and eat her with Melissa and Pops. Oh my god, Soylent Green is people! Oh, and for those wondering out there, beneath that tough, harsh bunny exterior exists Tiny from House of a Thousand Corpses. John and Rachel learn Melissa is an accomplice to the Bunnyman and attempt to steal her keys, but get caught in the process. Just go. Remember earlier when he was willing to leave you to your fate when you went to go talk to the truck driver?
No, wait, get back in, man.
Melissa tortures Rachel, giving us one of the funniest scenes in this movie.
Do you guys think it's fair that this cunt is better looking than me?
John gets free and manages to get the Bunnyman's chainsaw again? Seriously, you're about as useless as Leslie Vernon. John manages to kill Melissa before the chainsaw stops working again. They even manage to get a short distance until the Bunnyman catches up to them. So they devise a plan that consists of Rachel playing dead and John leaving her behind, giving her the chance to stab the Bunnyman with a pair of scissors we never saw her grab. But evil never dies, as the Bunnyman is shown to still be alive. And there you have Bunnyman, a film that sounds interesting on paper, but somehow manages to be boring and generic. Now, while the acting and production value is certainly better than that of some of the other films I've spotlighted on this show, the characters in it aren't likable and have next to no character development. This felt like what would happen if you took the driving scene from Monos and based a movie around it. I guess that's why a re-release called the Grindhouse Edition is coming out later this year, which is set to include new cheesy effects, a new scene involving a porn star, and will now have an old film footage aesthetic with added film grain. Clearly, this is the superior version. You can learn more on the Unknown Cares Productions website, where you can find more Bunnyman media. Not given the issues I have with this film, I would still recommend it to anyone who's a fan of horror, or that one person who wants to scare the shit out of their kid. Hey, just a sexy. And if you have any recommendations or anything you want me to review, feel free to comment below. So tune in next time where I'll review more films that were better left in obscurity.